Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to part 2 of the movement videos. Here's where we'd left off last time. We had a section of code in place, but now we actually need to rotate our enemy. So let's do that now, and I'll come below here and we're going to say transform.rotation. And we're going to say equal to a quaternion slip dot slip, and we're going to open brackets, and we'll type this line out and then we'll break it down and go over exactly how this works. So we'll say transform dot rotation and comma, and then we'll say quaternion dot look rotation. We'll open brackets, we'll use our direction to move, close brackets, comma, underscore enemy turn speed, and times time dot delta time, and then we can close brackets and we'll close the line off. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break this line of code down. So I'm going to come here just after the open brackets and I'm going to enter there. And we'll come after the comma here. And I'll enter again and the same here. And I'm just going to move those up a little bit so we can tell it's supposed to be one line of code. And I'll just make sure they're all in line. Just keep the script tidy. So let's go through this. So transform.rotation, that's what we want to do. It's going to be equal to a quaternion slip. Now quaternion stores a value. The slip function calculates that value using a from position, which is where our enemy is looking, to position, which we want it to move or rotate towards the player, via a value, which is going to be our enemy turn speed. So with that said, let's get this into the comments. So the first line will say rotation equals a value calculated by quaternion dot slip function, and we'll put in brackets how it works. The slip, which is from comma to by value, and let's put these 3 lines into code as well now. So this one is going to be our from position, and I'll just put the little hyphen, which is our current position, i.e. which way the enemy is currently facing, and we'll say to, again the hyphen, which is the direction we're moving to, and again the final line into the comments. So we'll say value, again the hyphen, which is the enemy turn speed. So I hope this makes sense, and you may want to word the comments differently to what I'm doing here. So whatever, you can word these any way you like, as long as you can understand it. These comments are for your benefit. So if you want to word them differently to what I am doing here, by all means please go ahead and do so. But yes, so we have a value, we calculate a value via the slip, from to by value. Our from position is which way the enemy is currently looking, the to position is the direction to move, which is towards the player, and by the value, which is the enemy turn speed. And that's how the rotation works. And again, as always, if you have any questions about how this works, there's always documentation on the Unity website about the quaternion slurp function, and as always, you can always post a comment below and I will always try my best to answer for you. But with that now in place, we can actually move the controller, and we'll do this by using _enemy controller. Remember, that's our character controller we assigned to the enemy up here in our start function, and we'll say dot move. We can open brackets, and it's going to be the _ direction to move times time dot delta time. And we'll close brackets there, and we'll close the line off. And as always, straight into the comments, so we'll say move controller by direction to move, which is equal to speed and position. And we'll save that off there. And we put time dot delta time here. That's the reason why we didn't need to define it in any of these lines of code here. So I think we'll leave it here for this lesson, and we'll pick this up in part 3. So I hope to see you then, and as always, bye for now.